Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Miami Real Estate Apocalypse Has Just Exploded. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we upload a new episode. I'd also like to tell you about HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live phone calls from your favorite celebrities, so check them out. It's something you can buy for yourself or as a gift for somebody you love. Give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now, let's get started. We've just learned that another Miami apartment building is being evacuated because of structural damage uncovered during a recent inspection. Now, this is not the first building that was recently brought down. This is another building, a new building. For those of you who don't understand or see the significance of this announcement, let me tell you what it means. It means that all Miami commercial real estate is now highly suspect, and that anyone who was thinking about buying or selling property in Miami is about to be confronted by some very serious challenges. If you're a buyer, a seller, or a realtor, then we suspect your phones are ringing less today than they were a few weeks ago. That's because when people hear more buildings being evacuated, they get very, very concerned. Nothing spreads faster than fear itself, and we suspect that this building safety problem is going to be as contagious and generate more fear than people have ever seen in Miami real estate before. Why is that? Because Miami has long had a problem with the geography and with the rising water issues that many other buildings have been subject to. For years, people have been writing stories about the rising water tables of southern Florida, and there have been numerous articles written speculating about how the city itself could soon be underwater because of this issue. I suspect that even people in the industry who aren't discussing these new problems publicly are spending a lot of time worrying about them and discussing them privately. One of the problems with all of this is that the sheer cost of trying to remedy it all is almost unimaginable. If you own or recently purchased a building that is deteriorating because of some of these issues, there are no easy or inexpensive fixes. But for the sake of argument, let's say that you decide to spend millions of dollars to fix a building that was sinking or deteriorating. Do you really believe anyone will feel comfortable in that building in the future, regardless of whether or not it's been fixed? And what do you think will happen to its market value? Do you think its market value will improve or get worse? Now let's discuss another hypothetical situation. Let's say that your building appears to be fine, and there are no public complaints or reports of structural issues. But let's say a building down the road from your building has a sinking or structural problem, and this issue has been publicly disclosed. Do you think that people or prospective buyers will be more or less inclined to purchase a building within 1,000 or a couple thousand feet of the sinking building? What do you think will happen? What do you think the perception will be? What do you think the fear level will be? What do you think will happen? I'm guessing that given the way that fear spreads, I suspect that the value of your building, even though there's technically nothing wrong with it yet, I suspect it will drop dramatically because of what happened down the street. Now, let's take another hypothetical step forward. Even though the latest reports talk about another building being ordered to evacuate, what do you think will happen if a third or a fourth building is ordered to evacuate? Well, if that happens, then we believe that many buildings in Miami will effectively become unsellable. At that point, buyers will transition from merely being paranoid to something far worse. And that is an inability to pass the due diligence inspections during a pending sale. Buyers always like to do their due diligence when they're thinking about buying a property, because that's how you determine what's going on. And it's not until you know all the potential problems that you can figure out if your offer still makes sense. Now, but once the buyers and the lawyers realize how the sinking problem is escalating, we suspect it'll be extremely difficult to sell any commercial buildings in the Miami area. If that happens, then we suspect that a lot of building owners will lose almost all of the equity or value that they have in their buildings, and as a result, they'll have to file for bankruptcy. That is a very ugly possibility, and it may mean that the real estate boom in Miami is now over. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Thank you for watching. I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news stories coming up in the future. So we encourage you to subscribe to our free channel and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new story. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Bye-bye.